my very good friend who has been a minister with me in Government of India, who is the chairman of the Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Development Studies and who is the leader of the opposition in the government of Kerala. Our Pradesh Congress Committee President, Kerala, Sri Mullapalli Ramchandran, Sri Gigi Thompson, former Chief Secretary, Government of Kerala, with the Secretary General of the Pratiksha 2030 Summit, Sri Joseph Vazhakam, Vice President, KPCC, and overseas friends, especially the leaders from Saudi Arabia who have been interacting with us. And this is, I am very grateful to Honorable Leader of the Opposition and Chairman of the Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Development Studies for giving me an opportunity to interact with the overseas Keralites in Saudi Arabia through this forum and also to the participants. The good initiative has been taken by Sri Ramesh Chennithala ji. During this COVID-19 pandemic situation, all over the world, the economic slowdown has taken place, unemployment is increasing, the people lost their jobs, poverty is increasing, and therefore this summit, Pratiksha 2030, for the purpose of development of Kerala to come out of this pandemic crisis, is very important. In fact, it was started in 2005 and it has been doing very good job, and they have given very good suggestions and the opportunities have been given to various leaders to give their views. Today, the Kerala situation, when compared to the previous regime, the Congress regime, is in a very bad shape. For obvious reasons, the Kerala was facing severe cyclonic storm, floods, and financial crisis, and the vision is not there to the government. That being the situation, they are not able to decide the priorities. Therefore, this conclave, this summit, will definitely be able to give the foresight or ideas for the purpose of developing Kerala, which is one of the ideal states. Today we can find in Kerala, totally tourism sector is totally finished. Tourism is one of the major area of commercial activity in Kerala, and because of the COVID-19 pandemic situation, the tourism activity has become a standstill. So also in our state Puducherry. And secondly, every government, including our government, Kerala government, the governments all over our country, for the last 6 months we have been concentrating on saving the life of the people from this COVID-19 pandemic. For that, our governments have diverted all the funds for the purpose of livelihood of the people and also medical attention for the people and to save the life of the people. That being the situation, now the government of India, which is clueless, government of India announces the schemes, announces projects. As a Chief Minister of State, I know pretty well, whatever the government of India announces, it is on paper. It has not been translated into action. In a state like Puducherry, we are able to contain the COVID situation by the efforts financially, by the state budget, and also by the manpower utilization, fully concentrating on that. Therefore, the positivity rate in Puducherry is only 7 to 8%. The death rate is 1.8%. And because of that, we are able to, because 10% of the people who have been severely affected, we are taking care of them. Now, as far as Kerala is concerned, Kerala had lot of opportunities. Kerala's wealth is from the overseas Keralites. I went to Saudi Arabia, I went to Dubai, I went to the the countries of the 7 sister countries. The leading people in business and establishments are our Kerala friends, including Saudi Arabia and also Kuwait. And their contribution for Kerala is enormous. In fact, their love and affection for the soil of Kerala is unimaginable. Whenever we talk to them, when we go there, when you interact with them, they show the love and affection and also their mind to contribute for the development of Kerala. I could see from their speeches. But unfortunately, the Kerala did not utilize that potential of overseas Keralites whose investment in Kerala. Kerala could have done better things for industrial development, for the purpose of bringing IT in a big way, creating employment opportunities in various fields, modernization of agriculture, and developing tourism sector in a big way. But we failed in that attempt because we were only inwards, we are not the outwards. We were not the kind of support that is required to be given by the government of Kerala was not forthcoming. Therefore, the Keralites who have been living abroad, their entire investment, if it is put to industrial development, tourism infrastructure and infrastructure development, we could have done wonderfully. The Kerala could have developed better. Because now during this COVID pandemic situation, we have seen how it was difficult for the present government to manage the migrant people coming to Kerala. How they have been struggling hard to accommodate those people. Our honorable, the leader of the opposition, who is the chairman of the Rajiv Gandhi Studies Center, has very clearly mentioned, Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Development Studies has mentioned how the people who came as migrants, how they have been languishing without any job in Kerala. Therefore, this is the high time that the focus of the government has to be changed. The priorities of the government of Kerala has to be changed. And the Kerala should see, because the Kerala's agriculture wealth, Kerala's potential for industrial development, tourism development, infrastructure development will create enormous job potential for the people of Kerala. People of Kerala need not go abroad. Within the state, the opportunities are available where available. With that, the Kerala will become one of the pioneering state, one of the model state in the country. And for that, the potential is available for Kerala. In fact, I could find, because Mahe is nearby the Calicut, I used to visit there, but I have seen lot of changes, lot of development, but it is not enough. It is not sufficient. The people living in the rural areas, even they are not getting the basic amenities also even today. And the education, the very good education is in Kerala, healthcare is in Kerala. In those two fields, the Kerala is doing very well. But in the field of industrial development and tourism sector, there should be a focus on the part of the Kerala government, which will create the employment potential. Because those days of agitations have gone. Now the world has become one. The India has become one. The Kerala, as far as Kerala is concerned, the kind of financial crisis which Kerala is facing today, unless until the people who are living in overseas, if they support to come out of the financial crisis, it will be difficult for the Kerala government. And I am very vividly I will like to mention, because the Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Development Studies, that's the program that has been envisaged to consult the leaders from various countries and various states for the purpose of giving a focus on Kerala's development. The initiative that has been taken by the Honorable Leader of the Opposition, who is the chairman of this institute, who has been doing a good job. As the Leader of the Opposition, he has been doing good job. And also Mullapalli Ramchandran, the PCC President, is also a good friend of mine. We have been together in the Parliament as ministers. We work for the progress of all the states. And several times I came to Kerala, I interacted with the political leaders. I had discussion with them. And because even the time is not lost even now. Because the present government is totally not having the vision or idea for developing Kerala. They are involved and imbibed in various the issues which are haunting them. Therefore, they are not able to concentrate on the development of Kerala. Because the focus should be, as I told you, because the creation of employment alone will solve the problem. For that, you should have, with open mind, you should invite investment in Kerala without any hindrance, without the closing the door for investment. You should, with open hand, you will have to invite them, because the potential is available. Because food processing industry is a very huge potential. The fish processing is also huge potential. And apart from that, since the people of Kerala are having contact with various Saudi Arabian countries, the export is very easy. The export market is very easy for them. Apart from that, bringing not only our inland tourists, foreign tourists can be attracted in Kerala in a big way. Unless until the respective governments have a vision, it will be very difficult to develop Kerala. First of all, the vision, foresight should be there for the government, number one. Number two, you should welcome with red carpet. You welcome them with red carpet. The investors who are coming from, especially the overseas Kerala to Kerala, and you should give them easy accessibility. Permission should be given quickly so that they will be able to invest in Kerala. And thirdly, the required infrastructure has to be created, and the concentration on tourism sector should be there. These are the focal areas where you can get large number of employment for the people of Kerala, and it is possible, it can be achieved. And unless until the government has got the vision, it will be very difficult. Because after discussing, after theme paper is prepared, as the Ramesh Chanditaraji, our Honorable Chairman, said that they are going to have the final summit in the end of this year or in the first week of next year, January next year. During that time, definitely we will have an idea how, because after all the deliberations and discussions in various summits, and also after talking to various leaders of the world, definitely we can have the culmination of ideas, and then after correlating all of them, definitely the focal points can be taken care of. Because now I am very happy, the labor unrest in Kerala has been reduced to a certain extent. That is a major achievement of Kerala today. Because though we are a small state, Puducherry, now we are concentrating on industrial development, on tourism sector, and agriculture is one of our main, the avocation for our people. Our growth rate is 9%. Our Puducherry is the highest in per capita income, and because our main source of revenue is income is mainly from commercial tax and excise duty and tourism only. With the limited population, we are able to increase the lifestyle of the people in Puducherry, and we have given all the support for the people of Puducherry, concentrating on below poverty line people, and Kerala is also concentrating in that line. But the Kerala should have a large heart. The leaders who are in the affairs of business, they should have a large heart to welcome the overseas Keralites who are doing business in those countries, or they are setting up industries in those countries to come and invest in Kerala. With that, we will definitely change the face of Kerala. It is possible. It can be achieved. Everything depends upon the leadership. Thank you very much.